Hi folks, today I'm going to be talking to you about some breathing techniques. I'm going to do a quick demonstration and then talk to you about why we're using this technique and then give you an exercise to take away. So the video is only going to be about 5 minutes. So why are we focusing on breathing techniques? Well, the one I'm going to introduce you today, it's a really key practice in being able to anchor your mind in the present. And also we're going to see the breath with its ability, if we regulate it right, to switch on some really important mental faculties, as well as triggering a really important states in the body that are going to be essential as an athlete to rest and recovery as well, both physical and mental. So I'm going to introduce you to a technique you may have come across called box breathing. And this guy in front of you, he is called Mark Divine, and he's a former Navy SEAL commander who's been using this box breathing technique since about 1987 that he's adapted from other breathing techniques that you might have come across. So essentially box breathing is this. It's a technique used by frontline responders, Navy SEALs, others who are in high pressure, physical and high pressure environments because of physical and mental pressure. So what we're going to do, as you see on the right hand side there, is we're going to breathe into a mental count of 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, then pause for 4 and repeat. So you can see we've got that box shape. So I'm going to be breathing in for a count of 4, holding for 4, pausing for 4, in for 4, and so we'll carry on. And so you can see as we're doing this technique, we need to hold focus on the breath. We need to slow the breath down, but also in choosing the number 4, we're choosing a count that we can drop into at any point in time. And as you extend this practice, you can take that out to 8, to 10, even to a count of 12 as you're able to control and also really focus in on your breath. And what I find is holding the numbers in mind, I actually even visualize the numbers when I'm counting so that I'm anchoring myself even more in this technique rather than whatever my mind might be trying to race off with, something about to come up or even the source of the pressure itself. And why is this exercise, why would we use this exercise particularly in performing under pressure? Well, for a couple of reasons. One is the concentration effect. Like I just said, we bring our attention away from the mental pressure, away from what our mind might be racing to. But the other thing, which is very fundamental, is that on the in-breath, if you're breathing in, particularly through your nose and then out through nose and mouth, the sensations of the breath are actually stimulating the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve, this is relaxation hardware that's running from our brain all the way down through our body. And the vagus nerve is really important because in the autonomic and the automatic nervous system, we can think about 2 functions. One is pressing the accelerator. That's the sympathetic nervous system. So as you ramp up, as the pressure comes on, as heart rate goes up, as you become really focused in, perhaps, maybe mind's trying to solve whatever's going on, and muscle tension will go up, we'll start to sweat. So we know that the accelerator is being pressed in the body, almost that fight or flight response particularly, and we recognize what that feels like. However, the parasympathetic, and the way I remember this is parachute. It's like sending a parachute out for the nervous system. So if we activate this vagus nerve, it runs all the way through the body, and it'll actually stimulate your relaxation hardware in your body. So you can see there, it's activating your relaxation response. It's actually relaxing you and reducing inflammation. And you can think of it as switching you into rest, digest, and connect mode. So rest, digest, and connect mode. So we can rest, we can go into a mode where we can actually start to digest and repair the body. And when we're in that state, we're also better able to connect to other people, which we know is a big part of helping us down-regulate stress too. So let's get into it like the Navy SEALs do. So for this exercise, just sitting comfortably in an upright position. You can do this standing as well. You can do it pretty much anywhere you like. The idea is to have your chest and diaphragm open. And so you're going to breathe in with eyes open or closed. So breathing in, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hold, counting 4, out, counting 4, pause, in, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, pause. Inhale in your own time. Two, 3, 4, pause. 2, 3, 4, and 2 more cycles in your own count. Okay. So you may be able to experience in that even in a short period of box breathing, the relaxation response is starting to kick in and down-regulate some of that physical activation with the parasympathetic parachute that goes out. And you might also notice that even a short period of time, the mind space gets cleared, that trains of thought that may have been running just become a little bit quieter, and mentally it's like a few of the background windows on the mind's desktop start to shut down, so you get a clearer mental space. So that's an exercise you can pick up to use any time, 1 cycle or up to 5 to 10 cycles. So I'd invite you to bring that in. Maybe it's something you can drop into your performance, your pre-performance routine, or even after you've performed, before you start to consider and reflect on a training session or a technical session. Try a couple of rounds of box breathing and see what happens to your critical self-reflection once you've completed that. Okay, folks, I'll leave you for now and enjoy the exercise and look forward to hearing about it more when we meet next.